Aren't quite sure how it happened, but a Dubuque man can see clearly tonight after being blind in one eye for more than a decade. KCRG TV9's Dubuque reporter Katie Wiedemann says it happened after a trip to the chiropractor.
12 years ago, Doug Harkey's left eye suddenly stopped working.
Just woke up one day and I didn't have no vision in my left eye.
And as quickly as he lost his sight, he got it back.
He just did his normal adjustment that he normally does, and voila.
After a routine visit to chiropractor Tim Stackis, Harkey says a miracle happened.
My blind eye started watering after I left there, and it watered for like 45 minutes straight, and got my right eye watering. I went to wipe my right eye and I could see out of my left again.
Dr. Stackis said the bones in Harkey's neck were out of alignment.
That interferes with the messages and energy that the brain sends down to the rest of the body.
Harkey now has the depth perception he'd been missing, just what he needs as he's about to walk down the aisle with his fiancée next month.
I'm not used to him not running into things or stepping on our feet.
Dr. Stackis and Harkey were both surprised by what happened.
He has miracle hands, I guess.
Was it a miracle? No one knows for sure how to explain it. Harkey's just glad it happened. In Dubuque, Katie Wiedemann, KCRG TV9 News.
Harkey's eye doctor says with corrective lenses, he will be able to see almost perfect.
If your baby was having problems nursing, for example, would you even think about taking them to a chiropractor? Well, a new study is showing that parents are turning to alternative medicine more and more for their children. KOIN Local 6 health reporter Jenny Hansen shows us in tonight's Health Watch.
There we go. Good girl. Very good.
7-month-old Lana Anderson has not had any issues nursing, and her mom says chiropractic care is the reason why.
And she had a little bit here and there in her head that might affect her nursing, and so I think she didn't have as much, but what we did help with her made it so that it wasn't a long-term problem.
Pediatric chiropractor Elise Hewitt has treated all 4 of Mayelle's girls for various issues. She says when a joint in the spine or cranium gets locked up, it can irritate the entire nervous system.
Nursing problems, chronic ear infections, asthma, bedwetting. It can really help with children with all of these things.
A 2007 survey showed that 3% of children have seen a chiropractor for various problems. That's 2 to 3 million kids. Not to say that Dr. Hewitt thinks they should come to her practice for everything.
Medical doctors are there for crisis care. If a child has meningitis or breaks a leg, I don't want them coming to see me. I want them to go to their pediatrician. But chiropractors are there for more quality of life kind of care. So take a breath in and blow it out. Good job.
Mayelle's oldest daughter, Katrina, has had a few spills and always feels better after seeing Dr. Hewitt.
It doesn't hurt again until I do the same thing on it.
Dr. Hewitt says the risks involved are minimal and harm is rare. Mayelle is a believer. Her 4 daughters check in with Dr. Hewitt every year. They say those popcorn sounds coming from their backs and necks leave them feeling pain-free. Jenny Hansen, KOIN Local.
High blood pressure can be a pain in the neck. Now some doctors are trying to find out whether a chiropractic adjustment might not only straighten your spine, but also help hypertension.
Health Bay reporter SYLVIA PEREZ here to explain. Sylvia?
Kathy and Ron, many people with high blood pressure would like to find a way to avoid taking medication. A trip to the chiropractor may seem like an unlikely alternative, but an intriguing study is showing that a special kind of neck adjustment is helping some patients lower their blood pressure without drugs.
What makes your blood pressure boil? Stress, too much salt, lack of exercise, bad genes? No one's really sure about the cause, but here's something new to consider that might raise the eyebrows of some conventional doctors. Could it be an issue with the top of your spine?
They took x-rays and showed me that my neck was out of alignment.
Denise Niemann went to a specific chiropractor for pain in her neck. After having a special adjustment, that pain was gone, and so was something else.
My blood pressure dropped tremendously.
Other patients were reporting the same positive but surprising side effect. Dr. George Baccaris, a hypertension expert at the University of Chicago Medical Center, decided to find out if there really was some kind of connection.
We designed a double-blind study to really look and see if, in fact, this procedure was affecting blood pressure.
25 patients got the real adjustment, 25 others got a fake adjustment. The result published in the Journal of Human Hypertension found those patients who got the real thing saw their blood pressure drop dramatically, an average of 17 points. That's equivalent to giving patients 2 different blood pressure medications at once.
So It's pretty significant.
Your upper body's off to the left 2 degrees.
So why would straightening the top of the spine affect blood pressure?
It came completely back to center.
Marshall Dickholtz Sr. and Jr. say they know why. The father and son chiropractors believe this area of the spine, called the C1 vertebra, or atlas, operates as the fuse box to the body. If it's twisted and out of whack, arteries and nerves at the base of the brain might get compressed, and that could affect blood flow and nerve signals.
It affects your not only your central nervous system, but your autonomic nervous system. That means it can affect every organ of your body.
The technique is used by a small number of chiropractors certified in National Upper Cervical Chiropractic Techniques, known as NUCCA chiropractors. They use x-rays and very precise measurements to determine if someone is misaligned. If so, the atlas is repositioned with gentle maneuvers.
When the spine is misaligned, it can affect all types of things, all types of diseases, conditions. Is there a way that you could guarantee everybody who gets adjusted that their blood pressure is going to come down? Absolutely not.
There are still a lot of unanswered questions, including who will benefit from this and what actually happens physically when this part of the vertebra is realigned. Dr. Backer is cautioning.
Well, these days, couples can spend thousands of dollars on infertility treatments, but some women are finding help from a very unlikely place. They're hoping their fertility answers are simply an adjustment away. The story is tonight's Women Matter. A peacock. Dawn and Eric Strelo have a new reason to smile these days.
I was so excited I couldn't even talk.
When we got the news that Dawn was pregnant, and it was wonderful. It was great.
News this couple had waited a long time to hear. Dawn says she struggled with fertility until she began working with a chiropractor. She says after just 3 months, she got pregnant.
I wasn't sure what to think, but I thought it would at least help, if nothing else.
Dr. Lyle Kocha says he's helped about 40 women conceive through chiropractic treatments.
I have one daughter of my own, and I say I have approximately 35 or 40 other children that we've been able to help, so I have 40-some kids.
Dr. Kocha uses this machine to check if a woman's spine is misaligned. He says adjustments can help the nerve root that goes to the ovaries work properly.
When it went to the female organs, that organ wasn't working right. When we adjusted it, we allowed that nerve to work right, thus the body could function properly, in that case, the ovaries.
Still, Kocha says not every woman with a misalignment will have success with treatment.
And I'd love to say that every health professional is the answer to everything, but it's not. We're just another tool in the toolbox of healthcare to humanity.
But for those it has worked for, the treatment has been the answer to their prayers.
Anywhere he goes, he just lights up the room, and he's just such a blessing to us and to so many people. It's really awesome.
A study published in a chiropractic journal found 14 out of 15 women with a history of fertility problems did become pregnant after starting chiropractic adjustments. If you have a